Fragmentation and reunification around symbols, institutions, hierarchies, structures. It's interesting to me to watch you very winsomely and compellingly create a vision for reunification. And so I see all those pieces and I say, none of this is incidental.
Like, how does this work?
This is deep in your story.
Mm.
I do believe the Eastern churches will have a role to play, and if there is ever a true reunion of the Catholic Church with the Orthodox Church, I'm not talking about a political one just for expedient reason. I'm talking about an actual theological, reunification between the two churches. The Eastern Catholic Church is going to play a major role in that.
At least hope that's where we are. We're at the point where we're reunifying because it seems necessary, but it's also, it seems like it's one of those mythologically reoccurring themes.
Yes.
And I think that the approach that you take as a minister, of course, and a pastor, is important because it's trying to do the same thing, I think, to a degree that maybe other people are trying to do in a more secular fashion, which is to bring people back to these foundational stories. And the reason why I think that the character arc's mission to me is important is because what I'm hoping, at least, and what it seemed to have been able to do in the past, is be like a gateway towards a deeper understanding of the religious stories.
What does the kingdom of God look like, or the parousia, the reconciliation of all things, when we as saints or the church or the bride of Christ mend the division and reunify the things? What does reunification look like? Because if being entails duality and division and night and day and differences, what then does reconciliate? And somehow this is connected to a thing I've been contemplating, and I don't even know what it means, but it's something. Being is good, creation is good, God is good, and we stop trying to conform everything to our image and to our judgments and the way that we think it should be. And then simultaneously, and I know this makes no sense, but simultaneously nothing changes and everything changes.
Lobster monkey goose. And now, non-jungle situations. You knew better. The first studio stream of LARPgate Year 5, Winter Solstice. LARPgate, as if there was a ticker we had and the handler on deck to run the ticker when I say things like LARPgate Year 5. Winter, so there it is. Look at that. Special shout out to Handler Holly in the hot seat tonight. Here's a saint for you. You're gonna have to get the Queen of Spades. Is the Canadian deck card of the show. Welcome, everybody. This is fun, exciting times. Remember it.
This agency. We want
This anyway. Back to the main point about morality.
We have savings throws against mind control for you, you know, and these are apparently. Thank you, Slack. Thank you very much. These are apparent. Oh, what's this on the whiteboard? Oh, it's your new year 5 policy of putting Ko-fi supporter names on the whiteboard for people to see. Isn't that neat?
What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile?
That's very exciting.
Hello. I see the assassins have failed.
Now, if you're a channel member and you say something you feel should have been highlighted on the stream and it wasn't highlighted on the stream, feel free to help train the newbie on what comments should or should not be highlighted. But now, the savings throws against the mind control that I know you're here for, you know. It's like as if suddenly Athena, $25 of free Bitcoin. Wow. Did you know you can watch Brave ads for cryptocurrency? Now, the savings throws against the mind control that I know you're here for, don't you know? Close enough. You get to pick between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. I roll the die. If the die that I roll that you chose comes up over 10, then you've made your savings throw against the mind control, and they'll take half damage. Half. You still half. You see, you're constantly under mind control. There's no such thing as muggles, and words are magic. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Whoa, survival is doing fine tonight with a 18, 2 pairs of 9. See, it's like a mixed blessing. 18 for you. Focus. And socialist, on the other hand, that's going to be just chakras for you. That's a 7. A 7 there. Lovers of wisdom coming in strong with the baker's coven. That's a 13. And the heart folks doing well with disciples. Disciples have damage for you. And Indigo Kid, you're pairing up with the survivalist tonight. Well done. They'd like to hear from me before I go.
Can I just say I'm really sorry. I called your channel impenetrable. He loves that. That'll probably be the theme. That'll probably be the theme of his next live stream. He loves it.
When you figure it out for yourself, it's yours. If I tell you, it's mine.
Hi, this is Paul, and I'm...
Stay right here with Grim Grizz on Virtually Not Alone.
Well, as far as I can tell, Handler Holly's highlighter is broken. Please say things clever and witty, worthy of highlighting in the comments so we can make sure that works. Hello, everybody. Casino deck card for tonight's stream, non-jungle situations, is the 6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds from the casino deck. That was welcome, everybody. We have things. We will be delivering on this there thumbnail. I just missed playing a lot of branding, you know. You knew better when you tuned into this live stream that I really liked branding. Did you guys go and buy the Writers of Meaning and Anthology on Community yet? Because I'll sign a copy if we ever see each other in person. Oh, yes, buy a hat. Buy a hat.
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
I listen to him. I think he is telling us the truth. That is indeed what he wants. Those of you who are sort of sniffing for duplicity or grift or dishonesty, I don't smell any of that here. I think he's telling us. I see this guy. I see both of these guys, but I see this guy as being very, very genuine and honest. He is telling us exactly what he thinks.
Oh, you left it up. Quit. Turn it up. Hey, it's this stream. You knew better. Okay. Great news, and buddy. Since you've had your savings throws, I feel completely safe Mandela-ing you. Ready? You've now been Mandela'd. Congratulations. Let's blaze a trail. And now, all right, what's the stream about? This you knew better thing. What happened was I watched a YouTube video, and then YouTube presented me with 12 thumbnails from which to choose, and one of those was this one. This one here. Oh God, yes, it's the modern female pop star thumbnail on a Clips video for Jonathan Pascio. And I was sitting there and I saw this avatar, this icon thing, and I was like, wow. He's tying pop stars to the Starbucks logo? How cool is that? Starbucks, you knew better. See, there it is. The devil, Satan, and Starbucks. You knew better. Okay. And so I clicked through on his video to see if he did anything about such whatnots. And the closest we got was from his friend here. What's his name? Winston.
The Madonna aesthetic,
sex will always win.
Yeah, or just this
Marshall.
kind of this imagery of power and desire, and like pure desire, you could say. Something that's available, will win. Because there's it's important to understand like that in mythological thinking, especially like kind of Christian mythological thinking, a whore is also ambiguous identity because you don't know who her child is from, right? She's a place of mixture where all the identities get mixed up. Mm-hmm. Because she sleeps with all the men, her progeny doesn't have a name. It's like it's a bastard, right? And so that makes that character have that type of have that symbolism. It really is an archetypal character. It's not just like she made that up. It's something
like the siren.
The siren is a good example, especially.
That's it. As close as they get to explaining this thumbnail. No, not that. Stop it. This thumbnail with the Starbucks logo on it. And then
the siren related to monstrosity, because it's like the siren is pure desire, a desire that would lead you to your death, and that a desire that will not lead you to, you can't have children with a siren, right? The siren will take you in your desire to crushing you, and and so think of some of
Samson and Delilah then.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get to Starbucks. You knew better. Satan is looking at you. He's hand me your basic bitch mocha. You knew better because it had the logo on it, right? That's the thing. It's got this Max Diaz Reesvolt, this one. This thing is on it, on those cups, and you go there and you take it anyway. You knew better. It's on the logo. Now the question is, since is this like your right hemisphere of your brain, which understands symbolism in a way your linguistic self-prison doesn't? It knew better, but you never listened to your right, and you have Starbucks anyway, because you're a lady. Speaking of ladies, I have a bit soon.
It's a whisper in your ear, now listen here. Remember, embody, it's all so clear. No hidden strings, no puppeteer. We're by your side, have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
All right, that's what we're calling a thumbnail delivery on the You Knew Better, and we're going into it deeper. Satan and Starbucks, the siren. What did he say about it again, there, Grim? What? Your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. You gotta press present again. That's inconvenient.
Children with this monstrosity, because it's like the siren is pure desire that would lead you to your death, and that a desire that will not lead you to, you can't have children with a siren, right? The siren will take you in your desire to crushing you, and so think of some of
Samson and Delilah then.
Yeah, Samson and Delilah is also a good example of that.
Now, you might be wondering what would cause a person to agency deck card of the show. Jack of clubs. You might cause a person to do that. And don't worry, his brother let us know in this interview over here. With Dan Shervin subscribed. Ching!
And this kind of explains why I use diagrams so much in my book, because basically at one point I saw that if you start describing these things, it becomes really verbose, and it becomes kind of like philosophy, and which there's nothing wrong with. But the problem with that is you don't get to talk about concrete things when you do that. You end up just philosophizing, and you end up just doing I guess theology kind of does that in a way.
Turns out when you restore tabs, they lose where you had it paused.
I think that's something to look at. You hear it as something that you have to analyze, right? But really, what you're supposed to do is actually use that to interpret reality. So, I mean, the easiest examples to me is if you take a formula in physics, right? If you just look at the formula itself, it's kind of nothing, right? I mean, if you see, she doesn't always say that, right? But that's usually, it's often the background of her thinking. It's like, don't wear shorts with black socks, why not? It looks silly for the neighbors,
Yes, there it is. I was close. I was there. None of that, none of the last minute of your life happened.
Please don't take my sunshine away.
Starting in at 30 minutes and 33 seconds.
Do you mean like in just in real life, like in the world?
Yeah.
Are you saying women are more? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think women are more concerned with what the neighbor thinks. That is for
Right.
sure. That is for sure. Yeah. It'll look bad for the neighbors. See, she doesn't always say that, right? But that's usually, it's often the background of her thinking. It's like, don't wear shorts with black socks, why not? Oh, well, it looks silly for the neighbors, That's just a dumb example, but it's pretty telling,
Yeah.
So yeah,
love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
Being the inclusiveness of all people, you have to respect where this came from. You have to respect the older values based on collective emotional systems, collective emotional responses over time. And here's a quote by Pirsig. What people value can never be contained by any intellectual formula. So to integrate the good parts of this new awareness of socialism, potentially such as healthcare, some education benefits, definitely the idea that everyone is of equal value, into the capitalist system, you need something like mutual respect and collaboration. It's not all or nothing like the pundits keep insisting. But the problem is it's not happening. And there doesn't seem to be a way to make it happen, and there's a total impasse. So what are we going to do? Well, maybe now all we've got is ourselves. So there's a quote in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance that I love. The future is going to be changed by individuals making quality decisions, and that's all. And then after that quote, he goes on to say, God, I don't want to have any more enthusiasm for big programs full of social planning for big masses of people that leave individual quality out. So it seems like all we can do is change ourselves right now to do our best to live a quality existence and hope it catches on. So I hope that made sense.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. When I'm a dumbass and talk muted, if you put an ear of corn or an ear in the Hive Mind chat, you get a +4 to next stream savings throws. Don't you know? And also, the Blue Church card of the show is the King of Spades, which is fitting. +4 to Ephrael, which is fitting because we just ran a clip that, if you didn't know, was made by Rascal of Sevilla King, famous for being the one that we said we used to. Okay, so what happened was, once upon a time, she said this little corner, and then we started calling ourselves that, and we gave her credit for coining the term. That's why she was the king. And about this girl social layer gossip, let me explain. Because the lady has to keep the baby alive, they're tuned to the environment and other people's moods and attitudes, and all the lady social layer that we don't understand at all, and that most of you have been deprogrammed out of understanding, which is why you should attend a estuary. And then right, so there's this social layer of like, don't look like an idiot in front of the neighbors. It's a status thing that you're not paying attention to because you're busy killing things and making sure we eat. And then
Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all.
And then there's Satan, because through the power of Set and what defines what is keeping up with the neighbors, what is normal for everyone to do on the social layer, as determined by Set, thanks to the power of Hollywood, which is what they made magic wands out of.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
And on the social layer, in the TLC, I today was abused abused by a notification from one Mark Parker, who had Chad on to gossip about what happened on Jacob's stream with Nahama's stream, inspiring Jacob to be a little whiny bitch. And because she's like, I'm the fucking shadow matriarch of the TLC. I'm Mr. Fetch. You can't be the shadow man. And all this bullshit and Gossip Girl crap, which is completely unacceptable. So there's that. There's your TLC portion of the stream.
Oh shoot, where was I going with this? Attention.
Are you sick and tired of being asked about the TLC? When you look at this corner, do you not even think that it's a thing? Well, if you're like me, raise your hand. Because I got what you need. You need Telos tea. That's right. Grab yourself a nice hot cup of Telos tea. Not Telos tea. It's not a thing.
Oh, Slack says it was all right there in the source materials after all. Turns out, my dad gave me his old D&D stuff, including what might be AD&D First Edition Dungeon Master's Guide. I think it was not the Player's Handbook. I'm very excited. It's in a bag of holding I have to go through. Satan Starbucks. We did Starbucks. Here's the Satan part. In it.
Show you that the Christian Bible refers to Satan as the god of this world. That's how powerful Satan is. Satan is the god of this world, basically rules this world. So in the Christian concept, again, Satan is a fallen angel that rebelled against God. He's no longer on God's team. He leads an opposing team. If you look at the Interpreter's Bible Commentary, they write that Paul sees this world as a battleground in which Satan and his hosts contend with God and his forces for the lives of men. Again,
as is spoken by Jesus in the explanation of the wheat and tares one. Look, I'm learning a new instrument. It was a gift. Would you play some branding? I'm just watching you laugh at the stream this whole time. There's no comments. I don't know. Yeah.
It appears like Hobo's Lullaby. Go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the town go drifting by. Listen to the steel rails a-humming. That's a hobo's lullaby.
Oh no. Rascal says, I want to give Mr. Fats a -7 indigo flame. What kind of attitude is that? Is that very turn the other cheek? I don't know. Indigo flame, though. I think he's flamed plenty. Rascal.
We are a test tube creation. Somebody has created us, and whoever that somebody is looks like us. So they have taken all those Neanderthal and the ancient hominid creatures, which the world is filled with them. We know they're there because we're finding them everywhere, but they don't look like us. So we are a special creation, which is why the Bible says in Genesis, the gods says, come, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Because for being so great, it's not that great. A bunch of hairy people out there eating each other and living like animals. So let's take one of the females and procreate with her and see what comes out of a connection between the gods and...
Yes, I've been informed that branding is outdated, but that happens. We have some fascinating problems here. From a channel member says, you still owe us another campfire video, by the way. We know it exists. Well, if you are a member of the appropriate tier, then you've already seen this video, because as you can see, it's sitting in the members only section, perhaps at a higher, as you can't see, as you can see here, it's sitting in the members only section of and see there, it says members only. You should know it's camp. What is it? Well, we'll just give it to everybody now because of you.
Born is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing right up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Let's cut the hobo's lullaby to saying good morning to people in the campground.
Perfect. I said that's what
Boxman, carry us. He's getting ready.
Yeah, they hate it and love it. They hate it, but then
you want me
miss
to carry it?
No, carry the show.
But they leave like when they
Trey.
go.
Whatever song comes to mind, just start singing it. Don't care if anybody else knows it. Just start singing the best song you know. Starman.
Why are there so many?
Clearly, it's in members only because it's not ready for prime time.
We are
that one already.
Ducks eat bread.
They do. As the mind explores the symbol, it is led to ideas that lie beyond the grasp of reason. The wheel may lead our thoughts toward the concept of a divine sun, but at this point, reason must admit its incompetence. Man is unable to define a divine being. When, with all our intellectual limitations, we call something divine, we have merely given it a name, which may be based on a creed, but never on factual evidence. Because there are innumerable things beyond the range of human understanding, we constantly use symbolic terms to represent concepts that we cannot define or fully comprehend.
Hello. I see the assassins have failed.
Well, that's yeah, it takes a long time to upload. I just got back, man. I'm just now in the studio. First thing I do is live stream, not upload things. I'm loyal to the live because, Rascal's been a member for 10 months and hasn't had any savings throws. Oh, and thank you, by the way, for the Ko-fi thing. You'll be on the board next time. You'll be on the board. Hey, the board. Hey, mostly. Oh no. Have we done this yet?
Did you get that on video?
No, I'm not going to.
That's I'll show you.
So I'm trying to look for gators, obviously.
Hey, yo!
I just feel bad for this game. My God.
Yes, okay.
You knew better. The Starbucks Satan non-jungle situation stream. There was one more bit about Satan. Remember how I said when you restore your browser windows, it loses the spot? Here's what I meant to play for you. It turns out that you just needed to see that other part. So here's what I meant to play. Here's what.
The teaching, the famous Jewish teaching, I think it was first expressed possibly by Rav Tzadok HaKohen of Lublin, one of the great Hasidic masters who died in the year 1900. He died in the year 1900. And Rav Tzadok HaKohen writes that if you want to understand anything in Judaism, if you want to understand anything in the Bible, he says, find the first place the idea appears. If you want to understand what is a kiss, find the first kiss in the Bible. If you want to understand the meaning of the letter Aleph, the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet, find the first time the letter Aleph appears at the beginning of a word. That's the meaning of the letter Aleph. This is a very famous concept where if you want to understand anything in the Bible, go to the first place it occurs. That's the headquarters. That's the headquarters. So if we want to understand what is the concept of Satan, of Satan in the Jewish Bible, let's find the first time the word appears in the Jewish scriptures.
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast magic missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missile. Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
That is in the book of Numbers, chapter 22, verse 22. Easy to remember. It's the famous story of Bilam, the non-Jewish prophet, who is basically hired, he's engaged to curse the Jewish people. The king of Moab is very terrified of the Jewish people, and he figures that you can't beat the Jewish people physically. He saw the Jewish people were able to destroy the great empire of Egypt. He figures if you want to get to the Jewish people, you've got to be able to attack them spiritually. So Bilam was a famous prophet at that time, a non-Jewish prophet, and he figures he's going to hire Bilam to curse the Jewish people. God is not very interested in having him curse the Jewish people. Bilam is very clearly interested in doing it. He's going to make a lot of money off of the deal. At the end of the day, God allows Bilam to go. He allows Bilam to go on the journey, but basically says, you can only say what I teach you. You can only say what words I put into your mouth. Anyway, they're going on this trip, and we're told that his donkey sees an angel standing in their way, and the angel is holding a sword. So Bilam's donkey is afraid to proceed because there's an angel blocking their way with a sword. And the Bible tells us that Bilam hits the donkey, and the donkey gets up to move.
So it advocates for violence toward animals. The big difference there is one rendition is more equal to the opposing team thing. It's complicated. But what, like, whether it's an enemy or angel or really the four of clubs for the bonus Canadian card pull. Okay, and then oh dear.
In all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
I'm going to the gym.
So the thing is, somebody's got to separate the wheat from the tares. And how could you better serve the Lord than by seeing which of those are actually tares? And by doing that, the ones that knew better and did it anyway are probably the tares, right? That's probably, you knew better. And so that's why the second of the God mask phrases is the beast takes what it wants and gets what it gets, because it's the beast in you that's addicted to coffee and nicotine and stuff. And the beast will take what it wants and gets what it gets. And if you don't eat the beast eats you. And blessed or cursed because it becomes a man is based off of that, right? Okay, so that's, yes, there's the thumbnail. Now all I have to do is non-jungle situations. All right, good. Here's some more branding.
Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best.
Aha! I have found a loophole. What happened at the legendary game that very few caught on to was that Afriel added a refrain to this beauty.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
And so now, all of the videos I will be uploading from the road trip and the phone will be available only at the highest level, highest executive producer level of the channel membership until I see someone performing Afriel's refrain from the legendary D&D game, which was Shadow Dark. Shadow Dark.
I'm not a cat.
And now, what else did you have? You were going to go over here down to this part where somebody finally put something in the grim bad emails portion of the, where is it? You know, this is a terrible Discord. You should go to the Matrix. Okay, grim bad emails, put this in there. Where's the part? That's not the part. Show the part. This part. This part. And it.
Save the gross stuff up at the back of your throat and hawk it at an unsuspecting email. Okay, Strongbad, you and the cheat are like famous now. But why haven't you licensed anything yet? Like, where's the Strongbad novels and fluffy pillows? I need more Strongbad in my day. Come on, man, help me out. From yours truly.
And now, play Forge of Empires. Time to kill on your computer? This game is a must-have. And now, an obligatory human trafficking reference, and then non-jungle situations.
Are surrounded by barbed wire. They love to illegally use trademarked characters to earn desperate parents' trust. Where is Tompkins? Where is Coleslaw? Here I am. Man, if I ever have kids, I can't wait to drop them off at the Puddin' Patch every morning on my way to the dog tracks. Another great knockoff is DVDs. The ones that are slight variations of slightly animated kids' movies. The kind they put right next to the checkout line so Grandma might accidentally mistake it for the real thing. And they have titles like The Secret Princess and Her Oppressive Authority, Figure 4. And the always popular jungle animals in decidedly non-jungle situations.
Because we were genetically modified by the aliens, and we are just primates. We're jungle creatures in non-jungle situations, like dancing on YouTube for ears of corn, just so you can get ears of corn. And there, and now, I have delivered upon the title and the thumbnail of this non-jungle situation stream. You know better. You know better. Welcome, everybody. This is what it's like. Welcome to LARP Gate Year 5, where soon to be available is the Afriel's new shirt design for the Pacific Northwestuary. I think I'm going to try and make it so that I can get everybody who was at the D&D game a shirt once we make them. Once we make them. And let's see. And it, I can do, if you guys have any questions, we can do a, hey, you're back from Pacific Northwestuary. You want to answer some questions? We'll do that now. Have questions? Ask now. This means that the individual's psyche is far from being safely synthesized. On the contrary, it threatens to fragment only too easily under the onslaught of unchecked emotions. While this situation is familiar to us from the studies of anthropologists, it is not so irrelevant to our own advanced civilization as it might seem. We, too, can become dissociated and lose our identity. We can be possessed and altered by moods or become unreasonable and unable to recall important facts about ourselves or others, so that people ask, what the devil has gotten into you? We talk about being able to control ourselves, but self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue. But so the intention is like this will be, I'll cut this part off and leave it as a video. All right. Guess what? Holly the Handler hasn't highlighted or started a single question, but Stephanie Christos has been the first one to properly use a Q colon in the question giving, and so that is the first question being answered. Who was the most different in person? Also, I believe a Canadian, 3 of diamonds. Sherry in person is. Well, you know, I believe that she conducts herself appropriately on the live stream, and that filter is not there in the other one. Let's see what else we have. We have no, that's not a question. No. Let's see. What's it like being a hummingbird? Oh, the nectar is so sweet, and like. It's everybody knows you're there, and you know what's going on. You have way better situational awareness than anybody else in the room who's engaged in their own intimate networking opportunities. It's quite fancy, and as such, you can flit over here and say, "Hey, you should come over here," and work the angles that way. That's nice. Is there another question? Hey, what's Nate's beard like? Trimmed. At the whim of his woman. Behold the power of the shadow matriarchy. I didn't grope it. I didn't get a textile impression of it, so I can't. But there was that, which he was happy to announce at the event itself. That's what it's like. How was the pie? It was fabulous. It was fabulous. It's really weird. It's really weird when you're like eating a pie and you see little chunks of green things that could be vegetables. But when you put it in your mouth, it's the perfect mix of sweet and tart. Sweet and tart in the same bite. It's so rhubarby. You would not believe it. You would rue it, Barbie. You would rue the day. You rue the day that you barbed out on all your other opportunities to have the pie in your life because you thought it sounded gross. You rue those days. It's a barb in your soul. Is there any more questions? No, that's it. They have no more questions. Thanks, guys. Was it apolitical? I believe everything except Mark Parker's conversation with Pastor Paul was the event itself. Yes, it was completely apolitical. There was like 2 references to joking about how apolitical it was, and that we leave it at the door. But that was it. That was it. All right, that's the last one. Can you see kayfabe? No, man. He's been crashed out in the backyard. Wait, I skipped the question. How did Washington State smell differently than where you currently live? The air is clean because trees. It's as if all the carbon we put in the air makes trees grow. And it's not something you should be giving evil corporations credits for. It just makes the trees grow, and trees clean the air. No, you can't. He's sleeping in the backyard as far as I know. Cassandra says, was this your first time in the Pune, and how do you like it? Well, I love it up there because the air is clean, and I miss trees from my early rearing. When I was reared from 2 to 9, the ages of like 3 to 9, it was with trees, and I miss them desperately down here in Oklahoma, where we have only tall shrubs. Tall shrubs. Yes, he looks like that. He looks like that. Thank you again, Slack, for giving him access to your ladies for 3 days. I mean the female, the bitches. Thanks for giving K-Vape some bitches for a couple days. He liked it. Did you find anything out on the back half? Find anything out? Yes. There was the Sacramento secret meeting, which was great, and there was the lunch with Pastor Paul. That was fabulous as well. How many CRCs have you? It'd be 2, I believe 2. It would be the one down in Chino, and that one there. We got this. Yeah, it's that one. This knit latte. You knit lattes. So, like, you took your latte making skills and applied it to knitting and do, like, the cream foam artistry, but it's in a knit. Anyway, it says, did Mr. Uber, Ian, the Uber driver, did he know how to play D&D? Yes, he did. He was quite skilled. He did the same thing that our Bard friend did, though. And it's where you think the characters have more play in the more creative powers in the realm than what they're told exists, and that was awkward. But that you get that a lot with people. Any UFO sighting? Yes. Well, there was one over Las Vegas. There's a video, and I don't know where it came out or if it's out yet, but we saw one over Las Vegas. Oh, and Living Stones, right? I forgot Living Stones. I was distracted. I was busy streaming. At the Pacific Grove? I don't know if that one specifically. I didn't stop at the Bohemian one, but we looked around. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for stream. Oh, no, wait. There was this one comment way back when that I don't think anybody started. It was like something about the virtually not alone thing I wanted to answer. Let me see if I can find that.
What's reality? I don't know.
When my bird was looking at my computer monitor, I thought, that bird has no idea what he's looking at. And yet, what does the bird do? Does he panic? No, he can't really panic. He just does the best he can. Is he able to live in a world where he's so ignorant? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The bird's okay, even though he doesn't understand the world. You're that bird looking at the monitor, and you're thinking to yourself, I can figure this out. Maybe you have some bird ideas. Maybe that's the best you can do.
Oh, I let it go too long. Yeah, that's it. There's one from Yongat. Does the virtually not alone mean that we are looking for connection, or that I am looking for connection, or that everyone is looking for connection, and connection is what the game is about? The virtually not alone bubble over there is Valerie's letter from, V for Vendetta. It's Valerie's letter from V for Vendetta plus something else combined, which is basically this also.
In all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
And other than that, it's a black mirror for the fact that you're actually alone. Okay, and now that's it. Thanks, everybody.
I'm going to the gym.